Good afternoon, everyone. As you can see over here, we just got more results in California. As you know, today we're going to have a new drop of votes. You know, California uses the system. You have 1,000,000 vote, and basically you have the right to just mail in the mail-in vote during election day, and then you have 10 days until you have the opportunity to actually to receive them. That's why right now in California, we're now 55% of the vote in. They actually updated their estimates of turnout. It's now bigger than they thought previously. That's why it's actually big what's happening here. We're estimating almost 9 million votes or even more. That's not guaranteed that it will be at 9 million, maybe more, That's important. As you can see here right now, this was the how it ended last night. See Hilton at 27.8, Javier Becerra 25.4, and Steyer at 19.6. Now the gap is this. Now Hilton is down to 27.6. So if you make a calculation, this right now it's 399,000, and this was here that was around 408,000. So the margin was down. The margin was down actually a bit, and that is significant. The point is, will it be enough to for it to actually flip, for Steyer to actually surpass I'm sorry, Steve Hilton? That is not guaranteed right now. I would say that it's not the most plausible scenario, even though we do have that possibility. The margin now went down. I know from where the votes came in, to be honest. I think it was from Los Angeles County. Maybe I can check it here. Yeah, I think it was from Los Angeles County. We got some votes there. And yeah, Javier Becerra is leading, of course. Steve Hilton is still ahead of Tom Steyer, but the margin, Tom Steyer will get just second in Los Angeles. That's a true thing. At least coming to know what the votes will be in the next days. We still have 10 days. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be here every day live streaming this like 1 hour or so when we're getting the ballots, because this is actually important. I mean, if we have two Democrats, Javier Becerra and Tom Steyer, we might see a more competitive race. Right now, if it will be Civilton and Javier Becerra, you know that Civilton will probably lose by such an overwhelmingly margin, like 60-40 or so. Right now, if you go here in Orange County, we have right now 506,000 votes counted. But if you go to the website, which is right here, you already have 662,000 votes, ballots cast. Probably it will be higher, I would say. But this is right now how the situation is at the moment. So if you're willing to, I mean, this number is official and we still have tens of thousands of votes still to come in because of the late mail-in votes dump that we'll have. So that means we still have 160,000 votes here, and there might be the update today we'll have in Orange County. We might get those 160,000 today. And as you can see here, Tom started at 16, and this is a huge county for Hilton. Hilton is getting here 110,000 votes of margin. That's why it's so important. The point is, when we'll get those results, maybe in the next hour, I think that will be the case. If it is going to be fast or not, I'm not so sure about that, but I hope it will be, because I mean, of course, it's important for them to be transparent with the process, to actually try to give us the results, because this is taking a lot of time in California. 1 day has already passed and only 55% of the vote in, so it's really, I would say it's disgraceful. They take a lot of time to count the votes, but it's come on, it's the way it is. You cannot do anything about that. So we also have some more races. If it is Los Angeles that actually dropped that ballots, maybe we do have more another thing in Los Angeles mayor. Yes, I think the margin now went down. Now Spencer Pratt is below 30. That's important now. And yeah, this is the latest results from 11 minutes ago. Actually, it was from Los Angeles. And that's important at some point. I mean, this race was supposed to be competitive. It is competitive. And we'll see if Nithya Raman can actually surpass Spencer Pratt, the Republican. Maybe. Right now, we still have to wait. We're going to have almost 1,000,000 votes here in Los Angeles. That's why it's important to wait and be cautious. Here we also have many decisions still outstanding in the House. I mean, California uses a jungle primary system. We still have, for example, here in the 6th. Let's just check that one just to see what's happening. So we have, okay, this will go a Democrat against an independent. It will not be independent Republican. This is a district that Kevin Keeley It is he is a Republican. That's why right now he's running as independent, because this is a district that right now it's much more Democratic than it was before. I think it's like Harris +4 or Harris +6 at some point in that area. There's somebody seeing Sacramento County 70,000 votes, and Placer County. But yeah, I mean in Sacramento County, the Democrat Richard Penn is ahead, and he will certainly surpass Michael Stansfield as more votes are being counted. I would argue that Richard Penn can actually surpass Kevin Kelly, but it's not guaranteed. I will not take it out with a grain of salt. Let's go to the 7th as well. Very competitive. Here we have Democrat against Democrat and the Republican here. So that's over as well. It's going to be Democrat against Democrat. Zachariah Wooden is gone. I mean, because the votes that we're still missing are gonna benefit the Democrats. Here you have Sacramento. Yeah, they basically made a lot of districts around Sacramento, because Sacramento, of course, is a Democratic city, capital of the state. So you know the usual stuff about that. They gerrymandered California a lot. Actually, in the House, you don't have many decisions, which is very interesting. But yeah, only the 6th, as you can see here. The 11th, we actually got decision. Scott Weiner and also Connie Chan here. And yeah, this is in San Francisco. Saikat Chakrabarti, a former chief of staff from AOC. That actually was a surprise for me. I was expecting him to do much better. As you can see here in San Francisco, this is former seats of Nancy Pelosi. That's why it's just a fun thing to watch. But it's going to be overwhelmingly Democrat. And as you can see here, we have 2 Democrats. Where is the Republican? Here, getting only 6%. So you know what happens in this district. What's going to be interesting right now is to wait for more results. Okay, we just got more votes. Look at this. We just got more votes. The margin is still the same, I believe. Let's just now wait a minute. Let me just here bring my calculator and just try to understand what the margin is between Tom Steyer and Steve Hilton. It's now 390,092. And that actually it went down 10,000 votes since we started getting ballots today. Point is, the margin will go down. That is for sure. The question is, will it be down? Will it go down enough? Because that is the question we're here asking. And this is just so fun because of that. We don't know if the margin will go down enough for Tom Steyer to actually surpass Steve Hilton. That's the question here. We don't know. We'll have to wait. That's why it's very important, guys. I know I'm not usually here just because the results are not fully in, but it's actually important in some sense that we do not know who's gonna be in second yet. That's why the New York Times didn't make a projection. That's why Decision SHQ didn't make a projection as well. And let's go maybe to CNN just to check what's happening there. Let's go here to CNN just to check if they have anything different from us, because sometimes they do. Look at this. Steve Hilton right now still ahead. I mean, it's the same thing. I believe. Yeah, exactly. But they have better callers. I think CNN used better callers. Look, Chad Bianco is in orange. And also about Riverside County. Of course, Chad Bianco won in Riverside County because he was, or he still is, the Riverside County sheriff. As you can see here. But Javier Becerra, as more votes are being counted, he will surpass Chad Bianco in Riverside County. This is a very populous area of California. You know, it's Los Angeles here, Orange County, that's Riverside, San Diego, and San Bernardino have like 5 counties that are very important. They have a huge population. I would say that, I mean, Riverside, you know, you may see Becerra winning here. In San Bernardino, you may see Becerra as well winning here. In Orange, you know, the margin is so big. I mean, and Tom Steyer might go until 20% in this specific county, but I don't see it being better than that. In LA, of course, Tom Steyer will surpass with the rest of the reminiscence of the votes. Tom Steyer will surpass Steve Hilton. And I'm very curious to see what will happen here in San Francisco, because Tom Steyer is leading with 33%. The point is, will he get a margin like 40% in San Francisco? That probably it is what is needed, to be honest, in that regard. If you go here to Marin County, seeing here 30%, it's very competitive between Javier Becerra and Steyer. And then you move, I mean, Katie Porter is disgraceful for her. Look at this. She's getting 9%. She was like a gem of the Democratic Party, and now it's all over. Even in Alameda County, we're still expecting a lot in Alameda County. It's a very Democratic county, as you know. 2 Democrats ahead. Now we have a Republican at 17%. We should expect Steyer to actually surpass Becerra in these counties here. This is the Bay counties. it's actually very important. Sometimes people underestimate, but this is actually very important. Around here in San Jose, for example, Steyer will actually surpass Hilton, but he needs really a miracle. Sacramento County, as you know, this is the capital. I said this is Democratic. Now Steve Hilton actually ahead. Of course, he will go down. The margin is very close between Becerra and Hilton, only 42% of the vote. So yeah, I mean, it's fun to watch. In the House, I think we believe we have everything projected, as you can see here, exactly. What is very funny thing to watch. And yeah, exactly. You see here that all the districts around Sacramento have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They split Sacramento into 5 different districts, so they can actually get more seats. Guys, don't forget, if you're there, I know this is, I mean, not usual to have live stream 2 days in a row about the same election, but it's just because California, it's not really decisive for anything, but it could be instructive to see a turnout, because I mean, Republicans did not do that bad in California. When you're looking, for example, to other states, I would argue like Iowa, turnout was terrible for the Republicans. But when you go to California, it was not that bad. I mean, you need to be like give credit where credit is due. And now the Republicans did not do that bad when it comes to California. Of course, if you go to many other places, California is a state that has been trending a bit to the right in recent years. And as you can see, by the way, another important thing, we should expect here in Alpine County as well, Steyer to get more votes, but this is very small. I mean, only 83% of the vote already in. I mean, people sometimes they wonder, they look at a map of California and you look, why is that small county blue, or at least voting for Steyer, which is a Democrat, of course, and a progressive. I mean, if you go here, it's voting for Steyer because this is a reservation. Okay, it's a very high-income rural county, and we do have those not only in California, but if you go here to South Dakota, to Wisconsin, we do have those counties that have some kind of reservations, and they actually tend to vote Democratic by such overwhelming margins. It's just a kind of a curiosity in that regard. So now we're still waiting for more votes. This will take a bit of time, but I suspect in the next 1 hour or 2 hours, we're gonna have the today's batch. We're gonna be here 10 days. This will be important to actually know Starr can actually have the chance of surpassing Hilton. We do not know. Nobody knows, to be honest. And we'll see if Chad Bianco can actually go below 10, because that's also an interesting stuff about this. Of course, Chad Bianco voters probably vote for Hilton in the general, but yeah, we do not know anything more about that. By the way, in terms of different types of counting or how they're voting, you can see your major cities. But Surra is winning by 2, and that can't be the case. At least as more votes are being counted here, but Steyer needs to win that category. I would argue by 5 or 6 points, to be honest. Otherwise, he will not be in a very great position. Smaller city and suburbs right now, Hilton is winning +5, and if you go here, Hilton is actually winning the state because of the suburbs voting for him, at least by 5 points. Rural counties, of course, Hilton +15, and then you go for strong for Trump, Hilton +16. More competitive, Hilton is also winning by 10, and strong for Harris, Becerra is only winning by 3. That's why the margin is so small in this case, and right, that's why the Republican is actually leading. If you go here to mostly Hispanic residents, Hilton +8, and if you go to mostly white residents, you go Hilton +17, as it was expected. So the Democrats are doing better in Hispanic residents, which is also not a surprise. If you're here, we also got this from the New York Times. Fresno County is right here. No, Hilton is getting 38%, so we should expect the margin to narrow, but Hilton will probably win here. Also, President Trump won here in 2024. Central California includes its namesake city, of course. Among the areas, the elevated turnout compared to 2022 and 24 primaries. The county has almost 70,000 ballots ready to be counted in addition to the 100,000. So they say here 81,000 still outstanding. So that's why this is going to be important. I tell you. Let's go to Orange County again, just 662, 671,000. They're still counting votes. They're projecting right now. They're still missing in Orange County 391,000. So they're estimating the final turnout in Orange will be close to 897,000. Right now, we have already in the system 672,000 and 71,000. I'm sorry. That's actually important. You can see here most of the votes are by mail. That's why it takes a lot of time to count them. If you're here by day, of course, we have today like 2 votes, but majority will be added through the days, because the day we're gonna see here the votes not gonna be the day of today's date. It's gonna be the day they were mailed in. That's why they cannot be mailed after election day, but they can be mailed before, but they're only received after. That's why, I mean, sometimes people want to say a lot about things about California because they take a lot of time to count the votes, and that is true. But they're not cheating. I mean, they're not cheating there. And even if you believe that, and even if there is some kind of cheating, there are Republicans, like there are Republicans watching the votes being counted, and if they see something suspicious, they can say that they can just basically do a report and actually report that, and it's the way it is. I mean, you probably, the results of Singleton will go down. We know that, and probably people will say that's cheating, but that's not cheating. That's the usual way of things. Democrats tend to vote by mail, and the votes by mail are going to be counted after the election. And Singleton will actually go down. The point is, will he go down by 400,000 votes against Tom Steyer? No guaranteed, zero guaranteed. I would give you a small, modest possibility, I should call it. Let's go to college, by the way, to check the odds of this primary. Usually go to college because I think it's the best prediction website, to be honest. I think it's better than Polymarket for this occasion. Let's go to California. Okay, Becerra is getting 77%, but that would assume that Steyer has a higher percentage than Hilton. Exactly, because they're still predicting a possible upset from Steyer against Hilton. But maybe we can go here to voter turnout. By the way, let's go to voter turnout. Why are you saying above 11? Okay, this is the general election. I'm sorry. Let's go here to California primary. Maybe California. Where is that? California governor matchup. Here you have. So right now they're saying 71% chance for Javier Becerra Hilton. But there's a small chance, they're saying now 30% of being Javier Becerra against Tom Steyer, and Sylvia Hilton Tom Steyer it's impossible, to be honest. They say 2%, but I think it will be less than that. As you can see here as well, this is very important in a sense to understand the percentage. The percentage was already yesterday it was close to 80%, and right now it's down to 71 because they're seeing votes. Okay, we now just got more votes. Look at this, we just got more votes, and I don't know where the votes came in, to be honest. Let's just check here if we can find. I think they came in from Orange County. Exactly, they came in from Orange County. Wait a minute, guys, let's just see. So they came in from Orange County, the votes that we got right now. And now we're only missing 361,000 here in Orange. Orange is a beautiful county, by the way. And as you can see, it's very suburban. It's very evenly split between the Democrats and Republicans. And it is a bloodbath, electorally speaking, because it's very, very evenly split. But Orange County right now, Hilton was at 38. Now he is at 37. So he went down. And by the way, in terms of margin, let's go to check the margin. So in terms of margin, the margin right now, it's actually bigger than it was before. Because of what? Because this is a county that is benefiting right now, of course, Steve Hilton, because it's a county that voted for him by such overwhelming margin. We should expect him to gain less, but should expect him to gain at least a bit of percentage. Now we just got more votes now. Look at this. And now look at Steyer winning 0.1, and look at Javier Becerra winning as well 0.1. The votes came in from where? It's an important question to check. I think it was from San Bernardino. I'm not so sure about that. Maybe, and maybe it was from that specific county. I'm not so sure. Guys, you don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave your like down below. We're at 545 subscribers. Maybe we can reach more today, at least 1 or 2. If that is the case, I'm gonna be very thankful to you. You have the link in the description if you want to leave a tip. It's gonna be $1, $2. Everything is important, and it doesn't matter the amount. If you can donate, please, you can subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. And right now I have 56% of the voting. So we already got batches from Orange, batches from Los Angeles, and also batches from another county that I don't think maybe it's San Bernardino. So we already got batches from the three counties. There's still missing like 50 something, and this is important. I mean, right now we are 5.1 million votes, which is of course significant, but we should expect close to 9 million. I'd argue we can even go above 9 million votes, and that is remarkable. I mean, for a primary, I think Biden got 11 million votes, so we're like 60% of the turnout of 2020, and 2021 was one of the years with the highest turnout in the state of California. That's why, I mean, this is really, really remarkable. I just want to say people are really voting, are really enthusiastic to vote right now. And it's not only for the Democrats, are actually doing great, Republicans here in California, contrary to many states. Let's just go here to this race, because here, I mean, the margin is still big. It's like 250,000, but 300,000, but there's still a modest possibility that Josh Friday can actually surpass Gloria Romero Same thing is happening here, and this margin will close. This margin, Fiona Ma is gonna end up in first place. That's of course what will happen there. This is interesting. It's so interesting that Los Angeles County is voting Republican. I mean, that's remarkable. Here, we already got the projection, 10 points. The margin will just widen up a bit. Orange County, maybe it will flip, as well Riverside and San Bernardino. In Los Angeles right now, it's still the same thing, of course. But you know, the usual stuff here. I don't think we have. We also have Long Beach Mayor, but that doesn't matter, to be honest. And we also have insurance commissioner. Look at this. This is the same thing, I think. Top two. Look at this. The colors. The colors are terrible. I mean, the New York Times does a terrible job choosing the colors. I love the website. I love the interface, but the colors are not great. I mean, why is this so yellow and so? Look at it. Look at CNN. I mean, it's much better. Look at this. The colors they use. They have a much better color selection. I don't know what they're doing in the New York Times. Look at this. Secretary of State. Same thing, Democrats getting ahead there. I don't understand, but look at this. It's California Insurance Commissioner, and we can see that we have Democrat against Democrat, and that'll probably be the case. That's funny. That's a little funny thing to watch there. And maybe we also have Superintendent of Public Instruction, and here we still have a gap to be filled in, Richard Barrera or Wendy Castaneda Leal. I'm not so sure who is the Republican, who is the Democrat here. Maybe they will say that they're nonpartisan. Yeah, but we know the thing, guys. There's nobody nonpartisan. So I can say that I'm nonpartisan as well, but actually, of course, I support a side. I'm not gonna say the side because I want you to feel that I'm nonpartisan. And when I'm doing videos, I am nonpartisan. At least I try to be, even though it is very hard to be. And of course, I want to give my opinion and to look at this. That guy is great. That guy is bad. But the question is, yeah, I need to just be in a position where I'm trying to be nonpartisan, even though it's really hard sometimes. And I mean, it's the way it is. The point of this channel is not to be partisan towards one side. I can have a political channel where I'm partisan, but that is not the point here. I want to have guys from the more far left and the more far right. I don't care, to be honest. I just want you guys to be all there, subscribing to the channel, and actually following my election coverages, because that is amazing. Here we got also the special election to replace former congressman that unfortunately died in California. And as you can see here, James Gallagher won this with 62%. This is a Republican district still, I think, in the new map, to be honest. But he did great. He won in the first round. So, I mean, of course, if no candidate receives the majority, we would have a runoff. But, I mean, as you can see here, 62%. And he will go down, for sure, with the late arriving votes. But that's over. It won't happen, as you can see here. The Democrats tried to split the vote between 2 or 3 candidates, but it was not possible for them to actually win this thing. Let's go here again to the governor election. Right now, maybe we can check here if we actually have any new thing. We also have sheriff from Los Angeles and the board of equalization, but I mean we cannot see the exact county by county results, so it's okay. Let's go here again and let's check how the odds are. 71 still. 71 still for Hilton. And let's go again to the primary. Now we're still waiting for results. We're here for almost 20 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. 12 minutes, actually. But it is going in the right direction, I would say. Guys, don't forget, if you have any question, I'm going to be very happy to answer. That's why it's important for you to use the live chat. I'm going to be very happy to answer to any of your questions. Doesn't matter the questions, to be honest. I'm going to be here at least for one or 2 hours. And waiting for more results in California. So waiting for all the Bay areas. We only got like 3 counties. Maybe I can go here on Twitter and try to check if we actually have anything. And by the way, U.S. House passes war powers resolution to rein in President Trump over the Iran war. And Thomas Massie voted in favor. I mean, and also Ryan Fitzpatrick from Pennsylvania. Let's go here to this guy from Bodap. He's a fantastic dude. Let's just go here and look at this. Shift in star share of these votes relative to election 95 points, and Hilton is down 2.2, a relative shift of 7.2, so which is below what Steyer probably needs. Yeah, I mean, it's probably over. It's Steyer over. I have money on Pratt. So okay, let me go to Los Angeles mayor just in a minute. Wait a minute here. I'll go to Los Angeles mayor, and let me just check here what it's saying. Okay, it was Butte County. You can see here the difference from the vote. So Steyer was up 5, actually up ahead of Becerra. Let's go to that specific county. Where is that? Butte County. So Hilton, that's probably one of these very small counties. Let me just check where that is, because I'm just trying to understand. Wait a minute. Where is that? Butte County. finding the counties is really hard. I mean, I don't know them. I know okay, it's here. Butte County, the city of Chico, 61% of the vote in. So Shabianco is getting 19%. That's big. Now he got what? He got 13.7. So he's going down a lot. And also Hilton, he went down more than Hilton, but Becerra and Steyer. Yeah, Steyer would probably need to be at least at 25 right now. He's only at 23. We can go here to Vote Hub just to check. Okay, we got Santa Clara late mail as well, and we're gonna have this every day. That's why it's so interesting. And Becerra is getting okay 9 points. This is better. This is better for Steyer, but still, it is not enough. But this is better for Steyer. This is one of the Bay counties. If you go here, this is one of the Bay counties. Santa Clara here. I don't know if this is already in the system, but if you go here, Xavier Becerra is getting 30, 24 for Hilton. Yeah, I mean, Steyer needs to surpass that Hilton number that is, and also Matt Mahan getting 10%. That's interesting. But of course, Steyer needs to surpass Hilton, and that will probably happen as more votes are being counted there. And right now, as you can see here, this is Santa Clara, and look at this, by the way, about LA mayoral race. UCLA is one of the progressive city council members, Nithya Raman's strongest precincts. Look at this. She's getting 57%. That's crazy. I mean, Spencer probably only getting 10% in this specific precinct. That's really something. Maybe we can go here. Let me just now wait a minute. Let me just go here to the Vote Hub website, and then I'll move to the Los Angeles mayor, because they have here a precinct map in a precinct map of California. Where is that, to be honest? Because they have a precinct map, I'm just trying here to, and also have an LA map, but yeah, I'm not finding it, to be honest, because they have it, but it's, yeah, I'm not finding it. But okay, it's okay. Then I'll find when I have time. Okay, let's move on to California as well, and to the Los Angeles mayor. So Spencer Pratt, I'm not so sure if he's able to go to the runoff. Right now, it seems that he will go, but the margin is still 37,000 or 38,000 if you try to make the calculations. It is not impossible that Nithya Raman can actually overcome Pratt. It's not impossible. That's why now I'm just saying it's not the most likely scenario. I can tell you that, but it's certainly possible. Like Steyer, it's at the same level of Steyer overcoming Hilton. It's not impossible, but it's very, very hard. The point is, are you willing to take the risk? And that's okay. That's up for you. I'm not recommending anything. Let's go here again to Orange County website. Okay, now 674,000 in this specific website. Guys, I'm gonna do a quick break of around 1 minute, and I'm gonna be back soon. So guys, I'm back, and I'm just trying here to understand if I can find the precinct map, because that's interesting in a sense. Now I just got more votes. Look at this. It was very minuscule portion, I think. Now the margin down to, I think the margin went down for, let me just here do the calculations, because I think the margin went down. Yeah, now it's 400,545. Margin went down again as more votes came in, and Steyer now is only 400,000. It's not only because we still have like 4 million votes to be reported. But now you got 1,000 votes, and he was able to recover a bit. Now you have 10 people watching, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below, and the usual stuff. We're still at 545. Maybe, guys, you can click there in the bottom, subscribe. I'm gonna be here at least 10 days covering everything about California. Okay, let's just go here again to, okay, this one is still very interesting. Now this is just important in the sense that we don't know actually anything about that. And here, let's just check if Vote Hub can actually have another report of the mail-in votes. Okay, now we got the Orange County late mail, and look, Hilton is down 5 points, Styre's up 5, Becerra's up 5, and Chabianca's down 3. I would argue this is not enough. This is not great. I mean, for Styre, of course. I mean, when I say it's not great, it's for Styre in this case, because we're trying to understand if Styre can actually recover the 400,000 deficit, 400,000 votes deficit he's going through right now, and this is not great. It's not, and I mean, it probably can continue like that, but it's not the best outcome, at least so far for Styre. Styre's not doing the best. I mean, certainly better than, of course, he was doing before, but that was expected. He probably would have to do much better right now. And right now, yeah, I would argue it's not enough. Guys, by the way, if you have any question relative to any race, it can be from yesterday's race. You can ask me. I'm going to be very happy to answer. And I'm also going to be very happy to answer if you can actually subscribe to the channel, because that actually helps a lot. Now we have 11 people watching, guys. Don't forget there, click there. It just doesn't cost you anything. It helps me a lot. I'm going to be here for 10 days at least trying to cover California governor primary, because California is a nightmare when it comes to counting the votes. No offense to people of California. I love the state, but it's really a mess when it comes to elections. They have this, I would say, very complicated system, because you can either vote by mail, you have early in-person voting, you vote on election day, and then the votes get a little bit messed about all of that. But if you're here, let's go to Orange County again. Now 673,000 still, but this is remarkable. I mean, you see here the other counties as well. We have San Mateo, because that's the counties that you actually have the official dashboard, because that's fun, at least to watch. That's of course interesting in that sense. Give here to San Mateo 152,000. 982, and here of course we have 44,515 in that county, Yolo County. So that means that the turnout is off the charts. By the way, if you don't know, but this is just a kind of a curiosity, Orange County, which is that county that's voting for Steve Hilton right now, maybe you can go here to CNN, it's better to show this. Orange County is this county here. Right now, this county is at already 104.4% of the total turnout of 2024 primary. So this will be at least 50% higher than 2024 primaries. 2024 primaries was of course, was a year that was a presidential year, got a lot of turnout, and right now, I mean, as you can see, this is already beating the turnout in that. You do have more turnout in Republican areas right now. This can change as more of the late arriving mail-in ballots will arrive, but still, maybe even if it changes, I'm still saying the Republicans will have a great turnout in California. And now I have 10 people watching, guys. Thank you so much for all the support. You just need there to subscribe. It's just the thing you're missing still. But that is, I mean, if you can subscribe, I'm gonna say it again. It really helps. It really, really, really helps. And you don't know by how much, because I'm here for almost 20 years on YouTube, and I'm recording like 3 videos per week, doing live streams of elections. And it's really hard to grow when you're not trying to be when you're trying to be like going into a lot of controversies, trying just to do your job and try to give an honest take about everything, and not just trying to tell the best message and to be just pro-Republican or pro-Democrat. I respect those people, but still, I'm trying here to be independent, to be unbiased, and that is really hard to grow like that, because you don't want to take any political stance. I'm not here saying that, look, Hilton is much better than Becerra, or Styre is much better than Bianco. When I mention it is better or not, it's electorally speaking. Look, I can say that Hilton, if that's Becerra Styre, is going to be much more competitive than Hilton Becerra, because Hilton will not win the race. You know that. California is a Democratic state, and in the Democratic year, we should expect each to be much better, be much more Democratic. And yeah. Look, also, by the way, here in Portugal, it's already 1 a.m., 1:20 right now in the morning. Of course, in California, it's, I don't know, to be honest, it's 8:18 in New York, but in California, maybe I can go here, it's 5:18. So, it's really, really, really hard. I mean, for me, I'm here still, but it's really hard because we have different time zones. Of course, in California, is like 8 hours, 8 hours it has an 8 hours difference when it comes to the time zone against Portugal, and that's why it's really interesting. But I mean, it's really hard to be here. But yeah, I'll still be here until we have everything from until we have everything from today's vote. Of course, that's gonna take a while, at least 1 hour or so. Now I have 11 people watching again, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to say it again because, I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. It helps a lot. And I just want to say that. It really helps. And if you have any question, guys, please send me in a live chat. I don't think that the live chat is exclusively to subscribers. Maybe I should have done that, but I'm not going to do that. I want you guys all to be able to participate. And yeah, I'm gonna let you subscribe by yourself. I mean, it's who can comment is anyone. So you can send me a message there so I can read and I can answer to your question. And you don't need to be subscribed for that. Even if I should probably would enable that, but I won't. I won't, to be honest. And yeah, right now I'm gonna do another quick break of around 1 minute, and I'm gonna be back soon. Let me just check here orange before, and now it's 600 and still the same thing, but it's not updated since 10 minutes ago. Here it's still the same thing. I would argue, it's slightly more. No, it's actually the same thing in Yolo County. Yeah, this was how the night started. As you can see here, 27.8. Right now it's 27.6. Cyrus at 19.7 now it's at 19.8. Guys, don't forget, click there, subscribe to the channel if you're like down below. I'm gonna do a quick break and I'm gonna be back soon. So I'm back. Now let's just check. We're still waiting for more results. And we can go here to Vote Up to check if they actually have something new. And by the way, let me just read here the comment from Zachary Danini. Fantastic guy here from HotHub. He is really smart. And late mail is in from 7 counties. So yeah, 7 counties, so like 45 to go. In aggregate, Sire is running about 12 points better than each county's early vote. It's short of our 15-point target. So it's going to be close. It's going to be close, but still, it's probably not going to be enough. Probably not enough. That's just the way it is. I mean, it's not over, but still, it's not, and this is tracking towards a 1-2 points race. So if that is going to be that close, we're still waiting for more votes. So we're still waiting. I'm sorry, we're gonna be probably waiting for a lot of the final votes, like in 4 or 5 days. So it'll take a lot of time, and he likely needs to generally to very strong late turnout statewide, like 9.3 million or something. Right now we're predicting 9.1. So okay, which I've seen in Fresno, Riverside, San Diego, calling then. More leading composition of counties in late turnout, which is very possible. By the way, what it drops? Let's just see. Possibly surrender. Okay. And right now, I mean, it's not over. Not over for Steyer, but it's almost over. It's almost over. But if that's going to be that close, we probably won't know the winner, at least for 5 or 6 days, or even higher than that. Because I can see here, it took 10 days in 2024 before 95% of results were reported. That's why California is like that, is a mess, the stuff, but it's the way it is, and we can do anything about it. Right now, in terms of the odds, okay, now it's 71, it's still the same. It's interesting. And 30% for Javier Becerra against Tom Steyer. Here, let's just check here again. Orange County. Okay, it's still the same point as well, but it didn't update anything. And yeah, right now we're still waiting for more votes. Let's go to Los Angeles Mayor, still standing at the same point. Of course, didn't get any votes there. And probably will won because I think we already got results from Los Angeles. Let's just check here. Yeah, I can see here. We already got results. But this is the late mail, by the way. Look at this. Spencer is down 10 points. So if this continues, let me just check here something. So if this continues, that's 3,000 votes. we're gonna be, that's 30,000 or so. Probably can be enough. It can be enough for Nithya Raymond to actually flip against Spencer Proud, but it's very unlikely, to be honest. And here you can see Karen Bass will advance from the non-partisan primary. The point is, we're still waiting for another one to join Karen Bass in the general election. And this was the late mail, as you can see here. And Steyer was up 7 points, which is great in that regard. It probably was one of the best counties for him. And Civilton was down 6 and Bianca down 3. The point is, okay, here's a schedule from LA County. This is interesting. So right now, okay, we already got the first update. We're gonna have, this is a lot of time. We're gonna have 14 updates in Los Angeles County. This is a mess. I mean, you know, I'm no offense to California, but this is why you're taking a lot of time to count the votes. Why you take lots of time? Why are you? Look at this. It's 14 updates, 14, and of course I won't be here every day, but still, it's a lot of votes. And Steyer made only 10,000 votes, and he was in a massive drop, and he's down by 400,000. Yeah, but I mean, it's yeah, that's true, but still, we're waiting for more, especially in places like the Bay Area. The Bay Area is certainly the best area for Steyer. He's already winning at least 2 counties there, 2 counties. He's also winning Mendocino County and also Humboldt County. So it's expected for him to do much better and flip, for example, Santa Clara, to flip Alameda, to flip Contra Costa. So we're gonna see Steyer flipping some of these counties. The point is, if that's gonna be enough or not, we don't know. We don't know. It's the way it is. Guys, we have now 4 people watching. Don't forget, guys, subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below, and send me your opinion there in the comments. Who do you think is gonna win? And because that's actually important, I want to know your opinion. I suspect I'm the only channel here live streaming today, and yeah, I'm gonna be here now. We just got more votes. Look at this. It was just a couple hundreds of votes, not really significant. I don't know where the votes came in. Maybe Vote Hub knows. Maybe I can go here and just to check. Yeah, they actually don't have anything. But yeah, this will take a lot of time. You know, only 56%. We started the night at 54% of the voting. Now we're at 56%. And okay, I'm just trying here to check. Decision desk still the same. Maybe we can go to decision desk if they actually have something new. Where is that? Where is here? Not here. Not Vote Hub. Is here. Decision desk. Maybe I can go to decision desk if they have anything new. Where's California? California governor. So they're at here. They actually have less votes than the New York Times, which is pretty astonishing. Let me just now read that comment. Wait a minute. So, Schwanzager, former governor of California, achieved a very interesting feat. Can the presidential group, the support group, wait for the birth of the 50th generation? I hope Dwayne Johnson will become the 50th generation resident in Japan. But regrets may have been healed. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. What is very interesting here is that when will they reform California electoral system? Because it takes a lot of time to count the votes, and yeah, decision desk is saying 58% of the vote in. And in terms of remaining ballots, you can see here, Los Angeles, of course, still expecting 600,000. That's decision desk. I think it will be higher than that, but that's just expectation. I don't know where. Okay, and yeah, right now in Kalshi, Becerra has 98% chance of going to the not the second round, to the general election, and 35% for Steyer. And in Poly Market is 38% for Steyer, so it's mostly the same. Let's go to Orange as well. Let's go to Orange now. Still the same, 674,000. And yeah, still waiting for more votes now. Look at this. What is so fascinating? Next week, we're going to have new primaries, I think in South Carolina. Exactly. Also in what? That's important. I mean, I'm just trying here to check where the primaries will be next week. I think it's South Carolina. We do have more states. Also Maine, you can see here. And Maine is interesting because Maine for Senate, even if probably people are saying that Janet Mills is out of the race because Plattery won the nomination, but she didn't quit the race. She's still in on the ballot. That's why she may win the nomination because Plattery is within a huge number of scandals regarding his previous life, of course, and we're actually waiting for that. And also we do have primaries where I think it is only in Maine. No, we got more. We have more primaries. I don't know where the primaries are. We also got North Dakota, and Yeah, and also Nevada. So Nevada is another state that's very similar to California. It takes a lot of time to count the votes. It's just terrible. It's a mess. Yeah, right now let's go here again. We're still missing votes. We're still waiting for more, and that will take a bit of time. That will take. I can guarantee you that. Maybe it will be faster than I thought. Right now, we already got some counties. I think we're like 50 to go in terms of the mailing report from the mailing report from today. And yeah, guys, if you're there, to get subscribed to the channel and the usual stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna do a quick break of around like 5 minutes or so. And I'm gonna be back soon with the results. I'm gonna leave the page open so you can actually, you don't need to leave the live stream, so you can actually stay here and see the results. And I hope we can get more votes as well in the next minutes. Before that, just a point. We got more votes here from Imperial County, and those are Javier Becerra and Steyer here in Imperial County. You know, Shabianco is getting 20, and now Steyer is getting 20. So that's interesting, but the margin is not that great. I mean, this was not enough for Steyer. Again, another county where he's not getting the enough margin here, at least so far. I mean, it doesn't mean it's over, but it means it's really hard. Again, not enough for Steyer. Not enough. And it can change, but so far we're seeing this continuously happening. Steyer's not beating the target he needs in many of those counties. And 22, probably he would have to be at 26 or 27, getting only 5 points better. 19 plus 5 is 24. It's not enough, but we're basically having 50-50. 50% of the late mail-in ballots and 50% of the votes we got yesterday. So that's why he needs to get at least 7 points better. Or right now he's getting 5 and Hilton is getting 4 down. So that's around a 7 or so. But he needs to do better because it's going to. I mean, it's not enough. But certainly can change. We still have a long way to go. We still have more days to come. But Imperial County right now 60%. I don't know if this is already included here, but Imperial County is a very Latino county here. And yeah, we're still waiting for that. Let me just now do the quick break. I just did this because it was important to check, but still, now I'm gonna be back soon. So guys, I'm back. Let me just here do something. And now we have the subscriber count at 545. Let's go. And let me just here. We got another dump from Mono County. That was a great dump for Steyer, as you can see here. He was up 18 points, but the point is, he's a very minuscule, only 94 votes against 76, 46, and 24. Not really that big, but still, where is Mono County? I don't know where's Mono County. Maybe it's a rural county, of course, because it has a small number of votes. Maybe we can check where is that. It's right here. So right now, I don't think we have the results yet, but I mean, as you know, this is also rural county, small county, and Hilton is getting 30%. So from Uganda, thank you so much. Hello to Uganda. And as you know, as you can see here, 30% for Hilton, 24 for Becerra, and that's of course still Star is getting 34.4. He will not win. He will not win the county unless he continues to get those 34%, but that's unlikely, at least in my opinion. Um, yeah. By the way, maybe I can go here to the look at this. This is the Los Angeles mayor right now. You have Karen Bass winning the more central parts of the city, and Spencer Pratt, the Republican, winning the more outer parts, the more exuberant parts of the city. And then Nithya Raman winning the more progressive areas of Los Angeles. This is actually interesting, as you can see here. And this is voter density. That's why we have some parts, some precincts that are bigger than the others, just because of that. But it's very funny in that regard. Let's go here to California again. We just got more votes now, and I know from where the votes came in. To be honest, they came in from where? Imperial? No, San Diego? No, it was from where the votes came in. I don't really know. I don't really know where the votes came in, to be honest. Let me just check here. Contra Costa. Now, you guys should wait for a vote up to actually tell what a batch came in, but this is interesting. I don't really know. And the percentage didn't change, nor the difference. The difference is still the same. It's still the 401,000 votes differential between Steyer and Hilton. Even though we got more votes, the percentage is still the same. I'm sorry, the margin is still the same, which is not that great because they're not cutting the margin. Let's go now check the votes. So the margin is, it's 401,739. Actually, it went up. It went up. The margin went up as more votes were counted. Maybe it was from Republican County, of course, but still, that's something. That's really something that I was not expecting, to be honest. I expected the margin to be at least right now at 390, and it's not. So maybe okay, it was Riverside. It was Riverside, and Bianco is actually up, which is very interesting. Look, this was terrible for Steyer. Look at it. This was terrible. Steyer's down. And maybe these are some, like, I don't know, million votes from the days before. I don't know what's happening here. This was not supposed to be like that. But this is like 20,000 votes reported here. And as you can see, I mean, Bianco is actually up, which is remarkable. I mean, crazy. We got from Riverside, right now Riverside. As you can see here, we're at 46%. We're still missing a lot in Riverside. 332,000 still votes outstanding. That's remarkable. And in the other races, okay, this is still the same. Yeah, they didn't update this for some reason. Lieutenant Governor race. You can see your Riverside. Yolo County flipped. That thing was Republican before. No, it was not. I'm sorry. But I think Solano County was Republican. Now it's Democratic. That's expected. And yeah, guys, don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Leave your like down below. We're still at 545. I don't know what's happening, to be honest with you guys. I think it's very easy to click there and subscribe. You're gonna have a lot of content, 3 videos per week, you know, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Every time at 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm being very constant at recording the videos because I really want you to feel that I'm doing something professional in this regard. And yeah, you must really subscribe, and it's really important that you do because it helps me a lot to continue having more content here. Because sometimes it's hard because I don't earn any money. I do earn some out of the donations, but it's not a significant amount when you compare to all the work I've put into this channel so far. But yeah, I'm gonna stay here no matter what happens. Let's go to Orange County as well to check if we have more. And now we're still at 673,000. Maybe they finished counting for today. I'm not so sure about that. Here they're for 544,000 here. In San Mateo, they're still at the same point. Here in San Benito, they're still at the same point as well. Let's go again to California. We're still at 56%. And yeah, we're still waiting. This will take time. And we'll be here waiting until we have everything in. And yeah, I'm gonna say it here. And yeah, for people now watching, I'm gonna do another quick break because there's nothing I can say, and even if I want to say something, I cannot. I don't have anything to say. Let's go to the decision desk just to see. They actually have more. Yeah, they actually don't. Look at this. We have a lot of candidates, and people sometimes they think it's only these 4 candidates, but no, we have a lot of them. Look at this. We have a lot of candidates here. Sirs Fionka is getting only 312 votes. You see, you have a lot of candidates. Some of them getting like 1,000 votes, 2,000. But I mean, I think everybody can go to the ballot in California. That's why we have a lot of candidates. This is really a mess. But again, we have 60 candidates in California, and most of them are going to have like very small portion of votes. And even Katie Porter is a deception. I mean, she's only getting 4.6. Probably she can get 5 when the million votes come in, but still, I mean, she had a lot of potential in the Democratic Party, and right now she's getting only 8% in Alameda. I think she has a candidate she's doing better over here. Maybe I can find it, but it's really disgraceful for her in many of these places. She's not getting the margin she got. Is getting 8 points here in Marin County. In San Francisco, maybe getting like 10. Maybe I can check it here. San Francisco, she's getting 9, but still not great. I mean, certainly not great. It was, and even Matt Mahan is getting 8 points here, and Katie Porter getting 5. San Jose getting 5 and getting 8 in Alameda, getting 6 in Contra Costa and 5 in Solano. The margin is not great. I mean, it's not great. We had a lot of expectations. I mean, the Democratic Party had a lot of expectations, and it's a terrible. And Matt Mahan getting only 4 points as well, 4% as well. So those two people are only getting a small percentage of the vote. Much more was expected from them. Right now, they're not doing a fantastic job getting votes. And yeah, as you can see here, but San Francisco County Reports already has more than 120 watt. I don't have the premium version of New York Times. Maybe I cannot see this exactly. I cannot see this. But okay, it's okay. I will not pay for the version, for the premium version, but okay, it's okay. And yeah, right now I'll have to wait until we have more. It's the way it is, guys. Don't forget, we have 5 people to get subscribed. Leave a like down below. You know, the usual stuff. I'm gonna do a quick break. I'm gonna be back soon, as now more votes are being counted. I suspect I'm gonna have a new update really soon. Or yeah, by the way, this is important. Vote up. Riverside often shifts rightward in late May, but the absence of a Bianco collapse bodes well for Steyer chances. This is interesting, but this is Bianco's home county, of course. I mean, he was sheriff, or he is still sheriff there, so nothing unexpected. This is a solid number for Hilton, but expected. Riverside often shifts right as later ballots are counted, and another shift there is consistent with what we might see in a very blue trail, a very blue trail, late trail. Exactly. I mean, we'll wait for that, but certainly, I didn't know, to be honest. Now I know that Riverside actually have the different aspect. That's why they actually shift rightward in Riverside County, and we're still missing a lot of votes there. That's why. And I don't know for Steyer chances. I mean, they're still missing 332,000, so like 10% of the votes they're still missing are going to come out of Riverside County. Maybe not 10, but like 8%, and that can actually be significant. Yeah, we'll have to wait. This is very interesting so far, guys. Don't forget there, subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below. The usual stuff. I'm gonna say it again, but it's really important. And on Friday, I'll have a new video about the Senate and about Senate in Maine, you know, Susan Collins and the Platter. And that's important in the sense that Platter now has a lot of controversies, and that's not great for him, of course, but it's great for Susan Collins that's trying to get another term. And she's a moderate, she's trying to be as a moderate, and that's why she's able to get reelected in Maine for a couple of times. Otherwise, she wouldn't be the senator of Maine. She would be like MAGA type of senator. But right now, yeah, I have 6 people watching, guys. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below. And I'm gonna do a quick break again, and I'll be back soon as more votes are being counted now in California. So right now I'm back. Let me just do now and check the votes we got. And actually we didn't get any votes, but now we actually got a very important announcement here from Los Angeles County, and they're still estimating 30,000 votes after a number of ballots still to be processed, and we're still waiting 270,000 votes. This was the votes already that we got today, and we're still estimating 270,000 votes. So this is Orange County, 270,000, and this is the Los Angeles. As you can see here, we got 77,000 in Los Angeles, and we're still missing in Los Angeles at least they're estimating 700,000 votes by mail and some couple of thousands in the provisional and conditional ballots. Maybe we can go here in Los Angeles. That's the same as the New York Times is projecting. So this is interesting. They're saying that we shall have around 713,000 votes in Los Angeles to be reported, and in Los Angeles they're standing at 271,000 outstanding. There's also the same thing as it is right now. So, but yeah, guys, don't forget to click there, subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below. We're still at 545, which is unfortunate. I thought we could be higher right now, but we're not, which is a bit sad, but it's the way it is. It's the way it is. We need to deal with that. But yeah, I think we can actually gain at least 1 or 2 subscribers today. But look at this, 70 now. It went down. It was 71. Now it's 70%. Maybe we can go here to orange. Orange, now it's 674,000 still. Maybe they stopped from reporting votes there. Okay, just got votes here in the open. Okay, now the margin went down. Now it's 33,000. The margin will continue going down as votes are being counted. Here's still the same thing in Los Angeles mayor. And yeah, let's go here to governor. Still waiting. And yeah, let's just check if we actually got anything new from the, yeah, still nothing here in the actually. Okay, look at this. Vote Hub projects Javier Becerra to advance from the non-partisan primary for California governor, the first one to advance. Now we'll see whether we'll be Tom Steyer or Steve Hilton. And yeah, let me just now check here. The New York Times didn't project yet, nor did Decision Desk HQ, but Javier Becerra already got the projection, and that was expected. I mean, nothing unexpected in that regard. Okay, right now we just got more votes, and we got like 2,000 more votes, and that's great. I mean, of course, and I think the margin is still the same. Actually, it was up for Hilton. I think we got votes where? Maybe Riverside? I'm not so sure. Yeah, it was not here in the Bay Area, so that's okay. But yeah, let's go here to vote out. By the way, I have here the website. Let me just now copy and just, yeah, here you have the by precinct map of votes. This is not fully updated, as you can see here. Tom Sawyer's already crossed 1 million, but that's just a check by precinct. Look at this, LA. Look at Javier Becerra winning here over 50% in many of the places here because he's Latino and he's great in that area. I mean, the map is very, very big. That's why it takes a lot of time to really check the votes, because look at this, have the by precinct. That's why it is 0 votes in many of the precincts as well. Very funny. And maybe, I don't know, you can see by county. By county, probably it's better to actually see, and you can see also by satellite, which is fun as well. I mean, that's a great website. You can see here in the Bay Area what I mean. In this area specifically, if you just select those counties, let me just take this out and select Sacramento as well. Look at this. If you select all of them, you can see that Tom Steyer is actually ahead of Steve Hilton in this place. The point is, he needs to get a better margin. He not only win in these places altogether, only only 14,000. I'm sorry, 16,000. Because if that is the case, in Orange County alone, of course, Hilton is already winning 100,000+ in that specific place. So that cannot be the case. The point is, will it? We don't know. We'll have to wait. Now we have 11 people watching, guys. Thank you so much for all the support. And if you get there, subscribe to the channel, leave your like down below. We still have 545 subscribers. It's really sad. We're not earning any new subscriber today. But here, as you can see, this is the map right now. Hilton is still in first place. He won't be, at least until we have everything. He will be in second or in third. That's why we're still waiting for the final verdict here. And it's very funny because CNN is saying we're 56% in. And Decision Desk HQ is saying we are at what? We are at 59. And the New York Times saying 56. So CNN thinks we're gonna have more than 9 million votes. Guys, don't forget, if you're there watching the live stream, you can ask me everything that you want, anything. I'm gonna be very happy to answer. That's why you're there. I'm gonna be very happy to answer to any of your questions. It can be about California, it can be about any other race in the United States this year, or even 2028. I'm gonna be very happy to answer everything. I'm a Republican. I'm not Republican nor Democrat. I don't really have a partisan say. I'm not even American. If you want my real opinion. So yeah, I cannot be a Republican or a Democrat. Of course, I do have some stances or some opinions that are more towards the Republican Party, but some others are more towards the Democratic Party. So I'm not really partisan in that regard. I would say that I can say that socially speaking, I'm much more close to what the Democratic Party is. But when it comes to the more fiscal business like economic policies, I'm much closer to what the Republicans are. So I would say I'm kind of a Bill Clinton type of person. Bill Clinton is not your average. Is not your average Democrat right now. You know, the Democratic Party right now is much more progressive. It has a lot of Mandanis, and personally, myself, I don't believe Mandani has great policy. That's just my opinion. And by the way, this is just my opinion. Okay, feel free to have yours, but I don't really believe he has great policies. He can be a great man. I don't doubt that, but I don't believe he has great policies. But I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. But I do have some visions that agree more with the Democratic Party. But some others are. I'm a Christian conservative. That's okay. That's okay. You're welcome to the channel. We welcome basically everybody here. And we don't. I know sometimes the media outlets and some other people as well tend to say they're unbiased, but they have a lot of hate against one party. I'm not here trying to do that. I'm here trying to be in a unbiased stance. I'm not here trying to. And we have 16 people watching, guys. Thank you so much. I'm trying here really to be in a position where you can be there. You can feel free to express yourselves. You don't have to be afraid of anything. That's really my point here. And right now we're still at the same point, still waiting for results. But it's fun at some point to really be here talking about this business. I don't really believe we should have a lot of division like we have right now in the country, because it's okay to disagree. It's okay. We have to agree on disagreeing. I think that's really the point here. And it's okay even if you believe. I'm not going to talk about controversial topics here, but if you believe something and I believe something else, it's okay. We are in a democracy. We can. Some people say that the U.S. is not a democracy; it's a constitutional republic. But the stuff. We can actually be happy. We can actually be happy by disagreeing with ourselves. It doesn't need to be like that. We don't need to be a country like everybody have a lot of hate against each other. That's not great, at least in my opinion. And it's okay. Sometimes people say a lot of things about MAGA, about progressive Democrats. Why? They have different policies, and it's okay to have different policies. Otherwise, it will be really boring here, just watching the same guy winning every time and every time, and again and again. I'm a Christian conservative, Republican. What do you think the odds that CF stays in first place? 0. He will not stay in the first place, but he can stay in second, and he can go. Staying in first or second is the same thing, because the first and second will go to the general, but he will not stay in first place. The margin again between Hilton and Becerra is right now less than 100,000. It's like impossible. It's almost impossible that Hilton can actually stay in first place. He will not stay in first place. In my opinion so far, he will stay in second place. He'll go to the general, but there's still a modest possibility, I should call it, that Steyer can actually jump ahead of Hilton, but that's a very yeah, I think Hilton will stay in top two. I think the odds are like 80% he will stay in top two, and then maybe 20% that Star can actually overcome him. But that's a very far-fetched scenario. We're not seeing Steyer beating many targets right now in terms of the mail-in votes already getting. And we should expect a lot of votes still tomorrow, the day after. California is like this. It's not that great, but the stuff, it happens. It's like this, and we need to just accept it the way it is. But yeah, maybe when we have the more votes from the Bay Area, San Francisco, San Jose, many of the counties here around Sacramento, maybe I can tell you more about the results and if if Sire is really out of the general election. Right now, we don't know that. We still have to wait for more. When will they finish counting ballots? 10 days. They're saying 10 days. That's what it took in the 2024 primaries to count everything. 10 days. Because, you can mail in a ballot, you can send a ballot, and then you have 10, they can still wait for 10 days until they receive them. That's why it's going to take a while. Feel free to, it's really sad because it really takes a while to count, but it'll take 10 days to count everything. That's what we were expecting. Of course, it can be less than that, slightly more, but we are expecting 10 days. Every day, starting at 5 p.m. California time, we'll have the ballots being counted. We will have dumps. We'll have right now. We already got today Los Angeles. We got Orange County. We got Riverside. We got as well Imperial County. We got many of the counties here around Los Angeles, and we're still waiting for the Bay Area. I voted early in person. Yeah, that's also in California. You have 3 ways of voting. You can either vote early in person, you can vote by mail. It vote by mail. Like 80% of people will vote by mail eventually, but then you can also vote on election day. And as you can see, for example, this is Orange County. Right now we have 674,000 votes already cast, but we're still expecting more votes to be added here because, as you know, this will take a lot of time. We have still 10 days to go, or at least 9 days to go, and they will add more votes as those mail-in votes. That's those late arriving mail-in votes, they will start to arrive. And as you can see here, that we have 104,000 vote centers. Vote centers are election day plus early in-person voting. Those are the voting centers. Then you have vote by mail. Vote by mail in Orange County is 84.4%. So you see, most people vote by mail because California sends a mail-in vote to everybody. You know that, and that's the way it is. By the way, let me just read your comment there. Wait a minute. What date would be 10 days? Maybe I can check it here. It will be the 10th. The 10th, exactly 10th, or the 9th or the 10th. But Los Angeles is going to take more than 10 days to know a winner. I think it's going to be less than that. But for example, Los Angeles, maybe I can go here. Where is that? Wait a minute. Let me just come here because I have here a picture of the next episode we'll have in Los Angeles, and that's actually look at this. So Los Angeles will have 14 updates. So in Los Angeles, it will take 14 days to have everything counted in Los Angeles. As you can see here, the results expected 4 p.m. California time, of course, Pacific time until 5 p.m. So as you can see here, this is going to be the next updates we'll have. Like Thursday, tomorrow is going to be the same thing. We're going to be here as well. But that's why you must subscribe. We're going to be here to see whether Civil can actually go to the general election. This will be the main question, and can actually, if you go to the thumbnail of this live stream, the main question there is, can Tom Steyer recover the 400,000 votes deficit he is into right now? But Los Angeles will take 14 days. The point is, I don't think we need to wait until the very, very end until we have a decision. But if that is the case, that could be the case. If that's the case, it's the case. But if that is the case, it will take until Saturday, the 13th of June. But I would say that next week we're going to have a decision, which is, it's really sad. It takes a lot of time to count the votes. Usually California is really a mess when it comes to elections. It really takes a lot of time. It's the way it is. We cannot do anything about it. And you just need to accept it, as I said before. Guys, we're still at 545 subscribers. Don't forget, we have 12 people watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave your like down below. The usual stuff. It's really easy to do that. It doesn't cost you anything. It really helps me a lot. I'm going to be here until we have the final verdict in this election. And it's really fascinating. So Steve Hilton has 80% chance of staying in top 2. Those are my odds right now. it can change as soon as we're getting more votes, maybe until the end of today's live stream, as we're getting all of the votes from all of the counties in California. The today's update, of course, maybe we can have a new odd closer to 100 or closer to 0, of course. But so far, that's my expectation that Steve Hilton has a chance of an 80% chance of actually going to the general election, but Javier Becerra will end the election in first place. That's a guaranteed as well. That's a guarantee as well. Let me just check here because I think we got a new drop. Let's go, guys. Let's go. We got a new drop here. So we got. I'm not gonna say this name. It's like Tuolumne County. I'm not so sure. I'm not. No offense to people from Tuolumne County. I'm not the best there. But Steyer is up 0.1. Bianco is up 0.3. That's actually interesting. The dump here. This is not great for Steyer. So this is great for Hilton. To be honest, even though he's down 1, that's not significant. But we got also Solano County, and Steyer's up 4.5, and this is great for Steyer. This is great for Steyer in this specific county. That's Solano County. So Solano County, as you can see here, it's next to Sacramento, state capital of the state of California, Sacramento, next to San Francisco, one of the most populous areas of California. That's the Bay Area. And Javier Becerra is winning. Hilton is in second, but Steyer needs to overcome Hilton here and maybe overcome Becerra as well. That's why, Steyer probably needs to flip Solano County when everything is said and done. I don't know, maybe he will need to do that. That's the city of Vallejo and Fairfield, as you can see here. It's a high-income county. Most of California counties are high-income, as you know. They have huge salaries, but they also have a huge cost of living. Specific here in California, it's really housing. Housing is really expensive. And if you go to Nevada, it's also expensive. In Nevada, in Vegas, it has a lot of problems of housing problems. Most of America has, but California is really a mess in that regard. But Solano County, as you can see here, we still don't have the dump here in the New York Times, but as you can see here, Becerra and Steyer, those are in the top 2. That was expected. The point is, will this be enough right now? If this is if this is the split, it can be enough. So we got a comment here supporting Steyer. We'll see if Steyer can actually advance to general. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, I can tell you that, but it's not impossible. And when we're talking about elections, everything is fair until every ballot is counted. So that's why we must wait until we have the final verdict. VoteHub projected already that Javier Becerra will advance general. That's a guaranteed thing right now, but we don't know. Steve Hilton and Steyer are still waiting for those two. Right now, Kalshi is giving 71% chance for Javier Becerra against Steve Hilton. I would say that the margin is actually, the odd for me is actually higher than that, slightly higher. But yeah, that's the way it is, guys. Don't forget, we have now 15 people watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want live coverage, if you want this to continue even more for the next couple of days. It's very important that you actually support the channel. And if you want to really donate any money, if you want to give me a tip, you have the link in the description down below, the PayPal link. You can use that link to give me just $1 or $2. It doesn't matter the amount. Everything is great, and that's the way it is. And everything is really great. And I'm here like in Portugal right now. It's already 2 a.m., 2:10 right now, and it really takes a lot of time in California to count the votes. It's really a mess. But you know the stuff. Okay, we just got. Let me read here this post from VoteHub. I'm constantly using VoteHub because they're a fantastic website. You should visit that. It's really fantastic. And we got here a new VoteHub projects that Javier Becerra will advance for the non-partisan primary for California. Yeah, this is normal. I already said this a long time ago. I said this in the live stream that he would go to the general. Doesn't matter what happens. Mr. Riddle Citizen election advantage leading Tom Side by about 289,000. And yeah, Bianco should never run. So Steve Hilton would get all Republican votes. Wait a minute, let me just. Okay, so yeah, if Bianco didn't run, of course, Steve Hilton would be in a general by this time already. He would get 38%. If the point for the general is if Steve Hilton ends up in second, that would be the same thing. But if Bianco would have quit the race, Hilton would be in the second round or in the general election by this time already. Yeah, that is true. But you can argue the same thing for Bianco, even though now Hilton is getting 28%, so that's actually higher percentage than Bianco right now. Bianco won only 2 counties right now. That's Riverside, where he was, or he still is, I'm sorry, county sheriff, and also here in Lansing County. It's a very small county, only like not even 4,000, like close to 4,000 votes, and he's getting 43%. I mean, it's a very Republican county. Everything here have a lot of Hilton in the map, but we should expect Hilton to lose some counties, maybe to lose San Diego as more votes are being counted, San Bernardino as well. So we should expect this to change a bit, the map in terms of colors. But so far, of course, Hilton is doing great. And he did great. I mean, Orange County, he did better than I thought, Hilton in Orange County. This is a very important county. I mean, when you go to Mitt Romney in 2012, he did much better here than President Trump did in 2016 and in 2020 and 2024, because this is a very suburban county, and President Trump really is not a very is not a person that the suburbs really like really like him. Is really that's what happens. And when you go to the suburban counties, when you go, for example, to Wisconsin, you have the wow counties, Washington County, for example, you're seeing the Republicans doing worse and worse and worse there. But also, if you go to, for example, you can argue the opposite thing. If you go to the Dreyfus area in Wisconsin, you have President Trump doing much better than previous Republican nominees. And that's the way it is. I mean, some people have different coalitions, and it's the way it is. It doesn't really matter in this case. But yeah, this is taking a bit of time to have more votes reported. Let's go to the decision desk if they have anything new. Yeah, they're still at the same point for some reason. They're all at the same point. And yeah, guys, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, leave your like down below. We're still at 545. I don't know really what's happening here. I thought we would have more subscribers by this time already, but it's the way it is. I mean, it's really, really sad. Okay. And yeah, guys, if you have any question, feel free to ask as well. Let me just check now the Los Angeles mayoral race, because it's also important. We do have a very competitive race. Let's just go there. Okay, so Karen Bass, the incumbent mayor, of course, and she will go to a runoff, and this is the first time since 2005 that really we're getting a runoff in Los Angeles for mayor, because this is very democratic. I mean, these are just non-partisan. I mean, I don't understand this. They're saying this is a non-partisan election, but everybody knows that Karen Bass is a Democrat, Nithya Raman is a Democrat, and Spencer Pratt is a Republican. You know that. Right now, the difference is 7 points. It's like 37,000 votes. That's enough or not. I mean, I'm not so sure. It can certainly be enough. The point is, this is very close as well. This is like as close as Hilton against Steyer, but I would give him, Spencer Pratt, a chance of like 70% to go to the runoff. This is really, really hard to know right now, because we don't know we're still waiting for the more votes to come in from the late arriving mail-in ballots. And when we get those votes, maybe it will be more clear, like tomorrow or the day after. But right now, this is a nail biter. Nithya Raman, a more progressive Democratic person here, and I mean, it's interesting to see this, but maybe she can go to the runoff. I don't know so far. We'll have to wait, but it's certainly competitive. That's why we'll have to wait to see at least more evidences of this changing. And right now, the margin went down because yesterday Spencer Pratt was above 30. Right now, he's at 29.9. But it doesn't mean it's over. It just means that the margin will go down. That's 100% sure that will happen. The point is, if that will go down enough for the Democrat to actually overcome it, and there's zero guarantee of that happening so far. Guys, don't forget we now have 12 people watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below. I'm just going to continue saying the same thing, but it's because it's really important. It doesn't cost you anything. It really helps me a lot. I'm here for already 1 hour and 30 minutes or so in this live stream. I'm planning to be here at least for 2 more hours or 1 hour or so, because we still have a long way to go. I mean, we're still waiting for the Bay Area to report, and maybe I'll do a quick break in just a couple of minutes from now. There's nothing I can say right now. Let's just go to Kalshi again. They're still saying 71% chance. And here in Orange County, let's go to Orange County. Yeah, now we got another vote. It was 888, now it's 889 in Orange County. in the lieutenant governor primary. We're still waiting to see if the Democrat can actually get the two top candidates here in the lieutenant governor. Some people don't value the lieutenant governor election that much, but this can certainly be competitive. And we may have two Democrats as well. The same thing as it is happening in. Let me just update here, CNN. The same thing that is happening in many other places. Lieutenant governor right now. Look at this. 19.8 for the Republicans, and then 19.1 for the Democrats, and 13.6. I know that Fiona Ma is gonna overcome the Republican Gloria Romero. The problem is if Josh Friday can actually overcome those as well. Where is Josh doing great in Marin County here, just next to San Francisco, and also in San Francisco properly. He's doing great. This is the Democratic County. Look at this. This is so Democratic, San Francisco, that the best Republican, is getting 6.6%. You know how bad for the Republicans San Francisco really is. Attorney General as well. I mean, we already got this projection, Ron Bonta and Michael Gates. This will be similar to what we will get in the general. I mean, we got here the Green Party, so you can add that to the Democrats. They'll probably be like 57, 43 in the general. And Secretary of State, you can see same thing as well. Green Party here, two Green Parties candidates. They will not get enough. And let me just check here something as well. Yeah, San Francisco Green Party is doing better. Even in San Francisco, the Green Party is getting 7%, almost like half of what the Republican Party is getting. That's really remarkable. And yeah, as you can see, Republicans are also winning Orange County so far, but that will not happen, at least when more votes are being counted in that regard. Here, we're still waiting for more. Let's go to the House, because we still have some races to be projected, like here, the 4th. This is next to Sacramento. And here in the 6th, we're still waiting as well. In the 4th, yeah, we're still waiting to decide whether... But I think this will be Democrat against Democrat. Eric Jones will probably surpass Ray Real when everything is in. We can hear to go to the 6th now. And this Kevin Keeley is a Republican, even though he's right now as a no-party preference, so as an independent, but he is a Republican. The point is, can Richard Penn actually overcome Michael Stansfield in this particular race? Probably, when everything is counted. Right now I have 7 people watching. Guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below, you know, the usual stuff. And it's really, really, really remarkable. I don't know, we're not earning subscribers, which is really sad. But yeah, I mean, guys, don't forget to really subscribe. It really helps. And now we have 17 people watching. And yeah, I'm gonna say here, I'm gonna do a quick break of around, 2 or 3 minutes until we have more news about this race. And now when we have those news, I'm gonna be back. Let me just read the comment, by the way, because it just arrived. Let me just read the comment there. Just go here. So, as a California conservative, I will never vote for a lefty British globalist Trojan horse like Steve Hilton. Just no. So you probably voted for Bianco in the primary. That's okay as well. But I mean, probably you won't vote. So because we'll have, if of course Bianco will not go to the general, as you know. So we'll have Hilton or Steyer against Becerra. So as you're saying you won't vote, so you won't vote for anybody, which that's okay as well. I mean, sometimes people don't like the candidates, even if you are a Republican. And yeah, Hilton was endorsed by President Trump. This was much closer if President Trump didn't endorse Hilton, but President Trump endorsed him, and that's why now he's ahead and he's getting the majority. I'll vote, but for Democrat. Oh, okay, that's also interesting, and that sometimes happens, and sometimes it happens. Lots of Spencer Pratt saying in top 2. I already answered to that, and right now I'm saying like 70% or 65, 70%, something in that ballpark. I don't know. We got some dump there in Los Angeles today, but it was not that big. We're still waiting for more votes, and it's like 62% in, 62% in. So maybe when we have more, like tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, maybe I can tell you more about this race. Right now, we still have to wait. If the margin continues decreasing at the same rate, probably will be very, very close, but I think Spencer Pratt can actually pull this out. But it will be as close or even closer than Tom Steyer against Hilton in this race. And yeah, now we have, Guys, don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to say it again. We're still at the same subscribers. We're still at 545. And I voted for President Trump 3 times, but he's a catastrophic disappointment. He's still waiting for the mass deportations and no new wars. Trump is, I'm going to say that word, but I mean, yeah, there's some unhappiness over the current administration. You know, usually when they're into when they have power, people get unhappy because they don't see the things being done, and now we do have now the war in Iran, and people are not happy with that situation. But it's the way it is. I mean, I think it will be enough for the Democrats that unhappiness with the current administration to actually to win the House, maybe win the Senate. Right now, I think the Democrats are on track to win the Senate, especially after Paxton winning in Texas. And I don't know why President Trump endorsed him, to be honest. Even though Paxton is more aligned with President Trump values or with the MAGA values, whatever you want to call it, John Cornyn is a much better option, intellectually speaking, or was a much better option because right now he's gone. He was a much better option in terms of being able to win the general election against Tallarico. I mean, I don't know what was the vision of President Trump here, but yeah, I mean, it's the way it is. And now, of course, Tallarico is it's very, very much happy with this situation because they can actually, he can actually go there and win because Paxton has a lot of controversies. He was impeached by his own party. That's very interesting stuff, but it's the way it is. It's the way it is. So President Trump endorsed Paxton. Paxton won by like 30 points in Texas. But President Trump also endorsed Hilton, and Hilton, if we have a candidate in the second round, if we have a Republican candidate, it'll be Hilton as well. So another win for President Trump in this regard. And looks like that whoever he endorses, the person who is endorsed by President Trump wins. But that's not always the case. I'm going to say something. In Iowa, we got also primaries in Iowa yesterday. As you can see here, in governor primary, Zach Lan and Randy Fentra. Well, Randy Fentra was endorsed by President Trump, as you can see here. And he lost by only 0.8, but he lost. So this was actually interesting. The first time we were seeing a President Trump endorsee losing the race, which is also just a curious fact, but it's just the way it is. I mean, I'm gonna do a quick break. Because I need to grab grab a glass of water. It's really talking for a lot of time. We're almost 2 hours right now, and I hope we can earn more subscribers. So at 545, I don't know what's happening. Really, to be honest, we're having people discussing things in the live chat. Also, a lot of people watching, but still no subscribers. This is really sad. But okay, I'm gonna do a quick break. We'll be back soon in just like 4 5 minutes, maybe more, maybe less, maybe more. I don't know. And yeah, I'll be back soon. So I'm back again, still waiting for results. And as you can see here, we're still at the same point. Last results were 34 minutes ago. For some reason, we're still waiting for votes in the Bay Area, and for some reason, we still don't have them. But we'll have to wait until more votes are being counted now in all of those areas here. When it comes to the Oz in Kalshi, by the way, I just want to say something. Thank you for the new subscriber. Now we're at 546. Thank you so much. If you're there, you can still subscribe. Let's reach 550 today. I think we can do that, certainly. But thank you so much for the new subscriber. That was fantastic. And I'm gonna read the comment, the new comment there, very very soon. I'm just here trying to really okay. Now we have 7 people watching. Some people left the live stream because I was not here talking, and it's understandable. But yeah, I'll still leave the website open so you can actually check what's happening in the race, so you don't need to leave the live stream. And as soon as we have something new, I'm gonna start speaking and I'm gonna start talking, and you can actually come to the live stream and actually check the votes as well with me. So it's okay. It's I think it's great for you. If you go here to the race, we're still standing at the same point. We're still waiting for some projections here, and yeah, so far I think it's not enough for Steyer to pull this out, but we'll have to wait as more votes are being counted now in California. I hope we're gonna get some new votes in the next minutes, at least I hope, and it's the way it is. Guys, thank you so much for all the support. I'm gonna continue being here for at least 2 or 3 hours. I hope this will be done in the next couple of hours, or at least not be done entirely, because as you know, we still have at least 10 more days of stuff here to get in this specific race for California governor, as you know. Let's just read another comment. The problem with Americans at this point is that my people have become useful idiots. My party against your party thing as opposed to policies. I mean, I'm not going to answer that directly, but some people mentioned that. Yeah, that's true. And yeah, well, I think we'll have to wait until we have anything new about that. The point is, you know that President Trump is going to lose the midterms. We know that, almost 100% guaranteed. I know there's some people on Twitter, and I saw that there's some people like they're very very hopeful that the redistricting everything will work. But the point is, even if it does work, and we get those, and the Republicans get those 5 extra seats in Texas, maybe some in Missouri, some in Louisiana, some in Alabama, that is not enough to avoid. I just subscribed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the new subscriber. Thank you so much for your subscription. That's fantastic. And yeah, even if the Republicans might actually get those redistricting seats, that is not enough to overcome what a potential blue wave is. What I mean by blue wave is like D+8 in terms of the generic ballot. I see some Republicans are not. Right now, they're not trusting the polls, and it's understandable. The point is, they're in another world, saying that yeah, they're gonna win the midterms, which is very very unreasonable to think, because even if President Trump could have an amazing administration, but it's still really hard to imagine the incumbent party winning a midterm election. You know, it's really really hard, because that's the average since President Ronald Reagan in terms of seats lost in the first midterms is 30 seats. That's the average. President Biden got only like down 10 seats or so. You said you subscribed, but you're still at 540, so you don't know what happened. Maybe it will take a bit of time. Let's go to California, still the same point. So, the average is 30, the down for the incumbent party. So if that is the case, the Republicans will probably end up at 190. If that is the case or not, I don't believe. I think the Republicans will get higher than that. Why? Because right now, we're having a different type of midterms that we had in the past. We have a much more divided country. People that are voting with their party, even if they don't agree with their policies, just because I'm not like this. I'm not a Democrat, so I'm not a Democrat, so I'll never vote Democrat. I'm not a Republican, so I'll never vote a Republican. It doesn't matter if my party is doing great or bad. The polls from right track or wrong track for the country, it has like 65% wrong track, but President Trump's approval rating is not 35%. It's higher than that. That's why there's some people that's saying, yeah, the country is on the wrong track. I don't like it. but I'm still gonna vote for Trump. I still gonna vote for also vote for the Republicans, and that's the way it is. You have that happening, and we don't know. Maybe that will continue or not. It's normal. We also got that in the 2022 primaries. Wrong track, right track was like 70% wrong track, but Biden didn't got only 30% of the vote. There's some people that are still saying it sucks. It sucks when I go to the grocery shop and things are expensive. It sucks when I try to buy a home and I simply cannot. But I'll still vote for the party that I'm affiliated with because I mean, guess what? I'll still vote for it. It doesn't matter what happens. So that's the new vision of people that right now you have that new things in America happening. And yeah, it's the way it is. I'm gonna do another quick break because for some reason this is taking a lot of time to count the votes. And yeah, we're here for almost already 2 hours, almost 1 hour and 50 minutes. Don't forget. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the results still, the page still open, so you can still stay in the live stream. And when we have the news, I'm gonna start talking again, so you can actually follow uh, what's happening in California governor's race. So don't forget, subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below, and I'm gonna be back very, very soon. I hope. So for some reason, we're still waiting for results here in California. They're taking really a lot of time. Only 56, only right now we're still waiting for results for 56 minutes, and they still haven't got any new result. And this is really, really sad. We only got 2% in, and we started 9 at 54. Now we're at 56. I saw some people now on Twitter saying that they're really they're really saying that we started today's day at 58% of the vote, the estimated vote in, and now we're at 54. Now we went 54, and the percentage in went down. That's expected. Why? Because the turnout estimate went up as well. And you know that percentage in is only an estimate. This is only an estimate. As you can see here, it's made by the Associated Press. So this is only an estimate. This is not guaranteed. We don't have the precinct number because those are mail-in votes. So we cannot know for sure what percentage of the vote is in. This is just an estimate. That's why right now this may fluctuate. This may go up or down depending on the turnout estimate, and the actual turnout is up in comparison to what we thought initially for California. Bianco should drop out right now and endorse Steve Hilton. Even if that happens, that has zero effect on the race because, as you know, the ballots are still already in, so you don't have anything. Even if that may happen, and it will happen in the general, I suspect. But even if that happens, it's gonna be it doesn't have any effect. So yeah, I mean it's completely irrelevant, to be honest. That should have happened before people started voting, not after. Right now, yeah, people have already voted. Let's go here to the decision desk if they actually have anything new. No, they're still at the same point. We started the night like this with 4,996,000. Right now we're at 5,156,000. We counted 160,000 votes since we started the night tonight. So guys, I'm gonna be back soon again. We still don't have results. It's really, really sad. But as soon as we have them, we're gonna be back. I promise you that. And in the meantime, you can just subscribe to the channel if you like down below. You know, the usual stuff. I'm just gonna go here, wait a minute, and now we're at 546 subscribers, which is fantastic. I mean, it's not that bad considering everything. And let me just here do something. If you want to help the channel even more, you can use that link here that I published there in the live chat to donate to help the channel. You don't need to, but if you have the ability to do so, that's very helpful for me and for the channel. Only $1, $2, anything is great, and that really helps me a lot. I just want to say that because you don't know by how much that really helps. It really helps a lot. And now I'm gonna be back soon. And yeah, just a way to mention your support in the channel. It really helps. Yeah, it really helps me a lot. And but subscribing as well, it really helps as well. So if you don't really have the money, you just need to subscribe, and it helps a lot as well. So I'm gonna be back soon now. Only when until we're here for already 2 hours and like 30 minutes, and since 1 hour ago we're still waiting for new results. For some reason we don't have them yet, but yeah, we'll be getting them in the meantime. Yep, that is true. We'll probably get another update Pacific 8 p.m. Pacific time. And looks like some people are saying that we already finished for today, but some people are saying that we still have another update in some counties. So it's interesting. I'll have to wait. I'm gonna be here at least for another half an hour, and then we'll finish by then. And by the way, if you want to check the video I have about every primary that we got yesterday, you can use that link. It's a video that I did today about the elections we got yesterday. We got a lot of primaries, not only in California, but also New Jersey, Montana, New Mexico, South Dakota, Iowa, a lot of states. And yeah, we'll be back here when we do have those last update from today. looks like that the last update is delayed, and yeah, we're not gonna have a new update today. That's what now California State Secretary of State is saying. It's done for today. They had some problems, so we're not gonna have any new thing today. We'll be back tomorrow. It looks like that this will be the result as of now. We're still waiting for more votes, of course. But yeah, I mean, I can see here 56% in. Tomorrow I'll be here, same time, same hour, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, maybe like 4 p.m. California time, so Pacific time. So yeah, Bianco. Yeah, I already read that comment before. So yeah, that was it, guys. Thank you so much for all the support. I'll be back here tomorrow, and we'll see if it actually Tom Steyer has a path to win, or at least to go to the general election in November. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow.